Gacha games are a dividing topic. Some people love them, some people hate them. Some argue the children are victims of the predatory practices, while the opposition
Well, they have predatory practices. Like gacha games technically give you create a problem and sell a solution, which is like okay because it's the way the game gets money. But is it predatory?
is full of child predator. When a normal person hears about any gacha game, they
Oh, that I played this gacha before. It's like Fate Grand Odd Order. It don't have a pity system, okay? If you think that Genshin and MiHoYo are like bitches that want to get your money, you didn't play this one. This one is hardcore. First of all, like I still have my account. I will play it maybe later because I wanna like do a gacha day when I play all my gachas in a stream. And it don't have a pity system. So if you want like a 5-star, you can like spend a lot of money and don't get it.
immediately write it off as a garbage, grindy, low-effort, predatory, unfun, pay-to-win mobile game.
You know what? It would be funny if he chose like sentences like the sentence have GA CHA like for gacha. It can be funny.
And that saddens me, because that's just not true. It's not pay to win at all. Gacha games are often claimed to be pay to win by people who don't play gacha games. But as someone with years of experience in some of the most popular gacha games out there, like Genshin Impact, Fate Grand Order, Arknights, and Love Alive School Idol Festival, which I won't mention ever again,
This is the one that Sky play, right?
because I like to pretend I never played that game. I can tell you that not only are gacha games not pay to win, they are actually pay to lose. A pay-to-win game can be defined as a game in which you pay to win. A real shocker, I know. A good example of a pay-to-win game is a game like FIFA, specifically FIFA Ultimate Team. In case you haven't noticed,
Oh, FIFA is like really nasty. I know some people that like sold a lot of their belongings just to buy credit or whatever they use to have like a good team. The shit part is that when like because FIFA make a game every year, so you have like a good team for a few months, then it's useless because after that you need to pay again a lot of money for the new FIFA game and pay for credit.
from my low IQ sounding accent, I am in fact European, meaning that I was practically
My European bro.
born with a football in my hands and therefore have a lot of experience playing FIFA. Unfortunately, FIFA is a truly one-of-a-kind game where not only do you have to pay to play, but having a better team than your opponent gives you a significant advantage, meaning that you are incentivized to buy packs and spend more money, with some FIFA pros reportedly having spent over 27,000 real-life dollars
Holy shit, how can... Oh my god, how can you have this much...
only for all of that to be entirely wasted when FIFA 69 comes out in stores near you.
Yeah, this is what I said, like, if they had only one FIFA game and they add like, don't know, an update each year, yeah, you can spend money because you will keep your players, but if you spend 27k to play online and the next year your 27k cost nothing now because you will not play the game anymore or they can even close the servers, so you need to pay again. That's nasty.
Gacha games are not pay to win, because you don't pay.
Actually, I will let him explain his way of seeing things because for me, gachas are pay to win. Like maybe you don't have the fun like a free to play, but is it pay to win? If you can't beat a boss, you can buy absolutely everything, max out all the characters for like $30k, and then you can just fuck up everything in the game. It's EA, so not surprised. Yes.
At all. Gacha games are all based on the free-to-play model, where you can play for free and there's an optional in-game shop where you can buy in-game currency, which in turn can be used to summon new and often better characters. Hold up. Isn't that literally the same thing? I hear you say. Well, while you are technically correct, please don't forget
Actually,
that you are also technically retarded. FIFA is a pay-to-win game because it's a PvP game, meaning that you are rewarded for stealing your mom's credit card, but
you can feel. Oh, you can see him. Sorry, you can feel his anger. Look.
by being able to beat your
Oh,
opponent, while gacha games are more often than not PvE games, meaning that gacha gamers, realistically speaking, are only capable of beating their meat. To JPEGs
True.
of underage girls.
Can't deny it. I didn't choose my main character in Water and Waves for her personality. For the other stuff.
Gacha
Cake.
games are PvE games, otherwise known as single-player games, meaning that if you can beat the story with the characters and currency you are given for free, then there is no real incentive to spend money at all. Can something really be pay to win when victory is almost guaranteed? Genshin Impact is an incredibly easy game, to the point that you can easily complete the entire story without touching the gacha system at all. The only somewhat challenging aspect of the game being the Spiral Abyss, which is
It's Alten, I'm not surprised. Shut up! You are worse than me.
a completely optional mode. Since there is a time limit, the Abyss definitely feels more like a DPS check than a skill check, which is why
Oh, yes, and there is a huge difference between DPS check and like skill check. Let's say for skill check, you can beat a boss even if you don't have the level. Example, Dark Souls games, Elden Ring. If you have the right skills and can dodge and stuff, even if you deal a little damage, you can kill the boss. Not in gacha games because you need a lot of damage, and you get a lot of damage by having a lot of dupes and like the best artifacts and everything. I just came back to Alten saying, shut up. Oh, I don't put for kick. I put for cuteness. Yeah, just in Water and Waves. But do you remember Kafka? Do you remember the other characters you like?
it may feel like it incentivizes spending money on the game.
Do you remember what's his name? Blade?
But given that the 3 strongest characters in the game are easily available 4 stars, and you are almost guaranteed to get at least one new 5 star every 75 pulls or so, the Abyss
No, 80. 80, and you need to be lucky like me, because once I remember I am sad that I didn't take a video of it, but I reached like 90 pulls to have a 5 star. I don't know if it was a lag or something. That was weird.
shouldn't pose much of a problem at all. You just need to understand the fundamentals of the game, like team building and artifacts and rotation and animation and elemental formula and energy resurrection. Arknights is definitely a more challenging game. It's a tower defense game where every obtainable character has a unique playstyle and abilities. The game can almost feel like a puzzle sometimes, where not having been given the correct puzzle pieces can definitely make it more challenging. Not having either Surtur or Thorns can make the game harder to beat.
Not know about this game. I heard about it. I never played it because I don't have time to play everything. Holy shit, characters are nice. I will play it also with the music one that Kai and Shuko play. For Kafka only because he wanted her. You toxic! What the You wanted to have her so I can like be jealous of you. You nasty.
But it's definitely not impossible. You just have to think outside the box sometimes. Maybe try rearranging your units. Perhaps give different units a shot. Or try looking it up on the internet. This guy on YouTube called Kyostin makes easy to follow guides on how to beat every stage with mostly 4-star characters. You can take inspiration from him, or outright copy the entire strat like the rest of us. Some people even clear the extreme difficulty optional stages with 4 stars only.
That's a big flex to finish like something hard that is designed to be like beaten with like the best characters and everything, and you like take the main team and do it with it. Imagine being toxic to Alten couldn't be. Shut up. Everyone is bullying me.
So what's stopping you from beating the normal stages? Other than your single-digit IQ, or your surplus of chromosomes, or Vagrant Order is
Or
somehow
both.
simultaneously the easiest and the hardest game of the 3. Gameplay-wise, FGO is definitely one of the games ever made. It somehow manages to combine extreme difficulty with the worst gacha rates of all time, and extreme reliance on RNG, making FGO at times genuinely difficult. One could even say that FGO is kind of like the dark souls of gacha games, is what I would say if there wasn't a literal press to win button that revives
Oh?
your entire party and gives them
Yeah, but that's like once per week or something, if I remember.
all 100% NP charge. Like, why? The only drawback being that it has a cooldown of 3 days, but given
Oh,
that
okay,
the amount of
3 days,
truly
never mind.
challenging stages are rather far and few between, the cooldown really isn't a big deal at all. Gacha games are not pay to win. At best, they are pay to win slightly faster, and at their worst, they are pay to win with 10% brain usage. And while making the game easier may be fun to some people, I can guarantee that for the vast majority
But there is some category of players that even if they pay a lot of money, they don't. Those are the worst. Not, I'm not like angry against them or anything. But sometimes money can't solve all the problems.
majority of people, spending money makes the game less enjoyable, therefore making gacha games pay to lose. Hear me
Oh,
out. A
okay.
gacha game
I'm hearing. I have two big ears hearing your arguments.
can't be a pay to win game because most gacha games at their core are barely even games. 90% of the time you are doing nothing but mindless farming, which in the case of Arknights can be done through autoplay. This isn't even gameplay anymore.
It depends. It depends. Some games like Brown Dust is extremely friendly, free to play friendly. Like right now there is a what we call it, a collab with the Mushoku Tensei, and there is like two characters. They will put four characters, but for now they put only two, and next week maybe the two others. They give you like one copy for free of the character for the collab, so even if you are unlucky you can at least have one. Then if you want you can have dupes. They give you free daily pools. I never put money on it, and even if I want to I can't, because I have like 100, the equivalent of 100,000 jades and 200 tickets. So even if I want to put money, I don't know where I can put my money, and I have all the characters I want. And the PvE sometimes is like really tricky because you need to not use the like latest characters, but the free characters they gave you because they have shield or something, so you can like put a character on the right so he dies, and you can like nuke everything. So it is hard. You just like need to know how to play your characters well and level up almost everything you have. Yes, you Lord Alten. Oh, thank you, my dear Kai.
Whether it be gacha currency or level up materials, gacha games are fundamentally about
This screen right here give me like ick. Make me itchy. I saw it so much that I hate. Like most of the days they give you like this shitty stuff that you need to do for 20 primal gems. I'm like, fuck you, keep them, like shove them in your ass. I don't care, I will not do it. Unless water in waves, we will see when we're gonna connect. The dailies give you way more than 20. And they give a lot of experience.
resource management and planning. Which characters should you spend your currency on? Do I prioritize waifu or meta? Which
Waifu, always waifu. You prioritize the big boobs over everything else.
characters will allow me to clear the game and which characters will make my PP hard? But also,
I love this sentence.
which materials do I farm? Or which characters should I build? And in which order? There are no definitive answers to any of these questions. Your answer may vary depending on your preferred playstyle, your progress through the game, or the state of your account. Examples being, what other characters do you have to synergize with? Do you have a good weapon or craft essence to equip? Or do you already own a character that
Ah, look at this cutie! Ah.
fills a similar role? All of these questions lead to everyone making different decisions and progressing through the game in a way that is specific to them only. No two accounts are the same, and being forced to make difficult decisions makes your account truly feel like it's yours. In a way, gacha games play like a massive roguelike, where the resources given or not given to you massively change the way you have to approach the game, resulting
Yes, we take the example again of Watering Waves. For now, they give us a lot of resources, okay? So everyone will do the same mistake of, okay, I will try every character and level them up to try. But once you do that and you will level up your world account, level account, boss will like nuke you super fast, and you will not be able to level up your characters easy because you have like all the characters at level 30 or something. So when you are free to play, actually take the game differently because you are like, okay, I know that they will give me a lot of resources, but it will get dry soon, so I will focus on tree. Even if they aren't good, I will like survive with them to farm more. While pay to win, let's say player will not care about this because when he gonna get dry on resources, he will just like pay and get more mats and
In a completely different experience for everyone, which creates this amazing sense of community.
oh, this I like this character here.
People understandably want to know which choice will be the best before making rash decisions,
Yes.
and want to know what choices other people have.
Or even if you don't wanna, you aren't forced to play the best character. I don't know. Most of the time, I just play the waifu ones, and even if I did like 20% less damage, as long as it's not a problem to finish the game content, it's okay.
Made. A trend like Genshin characters me and my friends own should be a completely uninteresting video. Who the fuck are you and why should I care? Yet these videos are enjoyed by many people. People want to know what choices the people around them have made.
Yes.
As two friends
So
that
they
play
can
the
brag.
same gacha game, which characters the others own. And I'm sure they could give you a detailed description of their entire account. FGO was the most tweeted about game in
2018, Fortnite, X Platoon.
2017, 18, 19, and the runner-up in 2020, with Genshin Impact taking the crown in 2021. And this
Yeah, I wonder if there is a game that will like take the throne of Genshin. Can be nice for them in order like to the game probably.
is no coincidence. Gacha games are unrivaled in terms of forming a sense of community, to the point that an old, ugly-looking single-player sprite RPG visual novel was more talked about than Fortnite in its prime. But the moment you decide to bust out a credit card, you lose all of this. No decision holds any weight anymore. Managing your resources is unnecessary.
Yeah, since like once you run out of stuff, you can just pay and get more.
When you have infinite energy, any form of strategy can be thrown out the window when you can brute force everything. And what is left? An endless grind of farming. Is this really what you wanted? Gacha games are not pay to win. They are pay to win slightly faster. Yes, spending money does make you win easier, but
Yeah, it make you win easier, like a lot easier. Especially gacha games that create like that make each patch they have like new characters that are more overpowered than the old ones. So the power creep make you want to get like the latest characters, etc. Because if you have like the older patch 5-star character, it's gonna be less powerful than the new one.
you lose out on so much more. You lose the enjoyment, you lose the sense of community, you lose the sense of pride or accomplishment. But most importantly, you lose a shit ton of money. Like, what the fuck are you doing? The goal of a
Especially that like you buy packs of $100. That's like 2 games. Holy shit.
game is not always to win. It's about having fun. Someone who has never failed doesn't know what it's like to finally succeed. Someone who has never been disappointed doesn't know how satisfying it can be.
Yeah, and I will show you when we finish this on my account that I was because I couldn't level up, so I can show everyone my level, like my new pools and everything. I was doing high level bosses with my free to play team with bad everything. Like I have bad weapons. I didn't level them up. I didn't do any shit of this.
And someone with infinite chances doesn't know the feeling of finally beating the odds. Hidetaka Miyazaki, the creator of Dark Souls being kind of like the
One of my favorite franchise ever.
Dark Souls of video games, once said that his games are about accomplishment by overcoming tremendous odds. He says, "We don't try to force difficulty or make things hard for the sake of it.
Yeah, for example, Dark Souls is not about DPS check, but strategy and how you handle a fight. And most games try to not do that so they can sell you a solution. Let's say there is like Dark Souls, they wanna make microtransaction. You can, as player, beat a boss without, if they don't change, of course, the formula. You can beat a boss without buying anything because if you learn the patterns, everything, even if you have like a level 1, and a lot of people finish the game at level 1, even if you don't have the DPS, you can overcome the game.
We want players to use their cunning, study the game, memorize what's happening, and learn from their mistakes. There is nothing more satisfying than overcoming great challenges. Yes, it may suck to try and try again, but it's all worth it in the end, because there is no greater elation than overcoming great adversity with nothing more than your own skill and determination. Paying for gacha games is like playing Dark Souls on easy mode, and nobody would want to do that. Right?
A lot
Right?
of, a lot of
Speaking
people.
of Dark Souls. Yo, if you're watching this video as it comes out, then I'll be playing Elden Ring about 13 hours from now. I'll go live here on YouTube and on Twitch at around 12 PM Central Europe.
Sadly, this video is also I can't see him playing Elden Ring. Sad me, but it's okay.